is hearing today. These markups represent a step forward in Congress to assume the responsibility towards Puerto Rico. Over years, this committee has conducted countless hearings on the issue of Puerto Rico's status with the United States, as well as on the island's unequal treatment under federal laws and programs resulting from this relationship. The territorial Commonwealth status is the main reason why Puerto Rico still faces social, fiscal, and economic challenges. This bill reflects the compromise that Ms. Velázquez and I have reached to find common ground and set forward a self-determination process that will lead to the resolution of Puerto Rico status question once and for all. And I want to say thank you, Nydia. It was not easy. It was extremely difficult. But at the end of the way, we managed to solve the issue of Puerto Rican desire, finalizing our status relationship in a colonial way. And with this compromise, I need to assure that neither of us got everything we wanted. Neither of us. And I know in my case, I would very much rather be voting H.R. 1522 asking for statehood. But with Mr. Soto, but this compromise bill that Ms. Velázquez and I and the rest of the members who work in this deal it's a compromise that will eventually achieve resolving Puerto Rico status. And that's the main reason of this bill. Therefore, although I may in principle understand the reasoning behind some of the concerns and arguments that may be raised today, I will uphold my commitment to the agreement we have crafted over the course of several months and hard negotiations and vote against any amendment that may be proposed. I would like to thank my friend Representative Soto for always standing for us in Puerto Rico's decolonization process. Thank you, the majority leader as well, for leading this way and managing these two ladies in this negotiation process. But I will also need to say that I miss more than ever my good friend, the late Representative Don Young. Don Young, who lived through and understood the inequities under the territorial status and the opportunities that statehood brought to Alaska. And that's why he became the biggest champion for Puerto Rico's statehood and for the need to resolve the political status on the island. Even in 1998, as chairman of this committee, he held multiple hearings on the island, sponsored and successfully secured passage in the House of legislation to achieve just that. And we are now walking in his steps. Through this bill, and for the first time ever, Congress will be authorizing a federal sanctioned binding plebiscite among the truly constitutionally viable non-territorial status options: statehood, independence, and free association. This bill empowers the people of Puerto Rico to vote in a democratic, transparent process on their future. It would allow them to know exactly the consequences of the choices that are before them through a nonpartisan, well-defined voter education campaign and what Congress is willing to offer. This bill establishes a mechanism to implement the choice that reflects the will of the people of Puerto Rico. We have been debating our political relationship with the United States for more than 124 years. And this bill gives us a final resolution. Remaining in a subordinate and inferior condition for political or financial convenience is not a valid option. By votes over the past decade, the status quo has been repeatedly rejected. Congress must commit to real action and to end the territorial condition of Puerto Rico. This is a matter of making good the promise of our founding fathers that made in the preamble of our Constitution in forming a more perfect union and the equal rights the people of Puerto Rico deserve, whom for the past 105 years have been proud American citizens, with thousands paying the ultimate sacrifice to ensure our liberties and freedoms, all while being denied equal participation in federal decision-making process. Over the past decade, we have held 3 local plebiscites in which a clear majority of the voters have chosen statehood each time. I am confident that with this enactment of this legislation, voters will ratify their desire to join the Union. However, For those who believe Puerto Rico should become a sovereign nation, this bill will give them that option as well. And that's the difference between this bill and many others in the past. We have to make difficult choices and concessions to get here. But I am convinced that this legislation represents a serious and historic effort to decolonize Puerto Rico. It's not a perfect bill. I think no legislation that we pass in the House is. I am representing here the people of Puerto Rico who elected me to solve this issue and who want to end over 100 years of inequality and second-class citizenship. Ironically, it will be also my only opportunity to vote on this matter, because as a territorial delegate, this will prevent me from voting on final passage on this bill or any other bill impacting Puerto Rico in the House floor. So for that reason, I truly believe this is a path forward. I want to thank everybody who will involve in these negotiations, and as Puerto Rico's sole representative in Congress, I respectfully ask for your support and your vote, and to respect the will and the people of Puerto Rico. I yield back.
Gentlelady yields.